Yeah, 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 yeah. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. It is your brother, none other than Metal Gear Mister. Back at you again. And gang, look, man. Kendrick is applying pressure right now, gang. Kendrick is applying pressure. He just dropped another interview today by surprise with my boy Timothée Chalamet. Now, this is an interesting pair right here. I say this because I rocks with Kendrick, of course, and I rocks with Timothée Chalamet, and that's my boy in Dune. You know that movie Dune that came out just a couple years ago? It was Dune 2, then Dune 1. He was in both of them, the main character. And that's when I first heard of bro, and ever since then I've been a fan of him and wanting to see more of his work. Now that these two are linking up, bro, I'm trying to hear what they trying to say, gang. And once again, just like the interview I did yesterday with Apple, with Kendrick and Ebro and the Deska, I'm doing the same thing I did yesterday today, where I did not watch the interview before I started streaming, okay? So this, once again, is an honest reaction, okay? So my guess is as good as y'all's on what's gonna be said in this interview. So let's enjoy what's being presented here. Let me kindly cut down my music here. Once again, y'all, these are my beats on every video that is being played in the background. Y'all do holler at me at Mr. NMS at gmail.com. That's Mr. N for Nancy, M like Michael, and S like Sam at gmail.com. All right, for beats and producing tracks. All right, let's go ahead and get the interview started.
My life is in your hands.
Scared, man. I told you I got you, bro. You got movies to film.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your seatbelt on. Your seatbelt on?
Yeah, let me get it on. Hold up.
Mine's on, by the way. Don't be fooled.
Oh, it is on. Oh, I didn't see. All right.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, people are be saying I look soft. All right, got you.
Man, they just chilling.
In the studio, it's been a while. You know, you might come off with a little bit of writer's block. So we always got this thing about like keeping the pen low. Or this exercise, going there, doing 16 bars, going home. You know, always just keep moving. How I feel if it's been a while for you.
Yeah.
Take a minute for you to warm up in front of the camera. Take a minute to remember the lines, get into the character. How long does that? What's that process?
Yeah, all the above. You know, I try to prep at home, but the thing about acting is if you don't have an audience, it's just a form of insanity. You know, then you're just, what are you doing? You know, so.
Dang, that's a pretty dope answer, bro. Okay, so I see what they're talking about here. It seems more like they're going in depth in their creative process on how they warm up before they, you know, actually start the game. Whether that be in acting or just getting in the booth and start rapping or starting out writing down whatever song that you may be starting out to write. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad these two are getting on that type of level in this interview, because you don't hear Kendrick. You don't hear Kendrick at all, much more at all often than not on anything. So it's like, it's cool to hear about his creative process and hearing the input being exchanged from an actor's perspective as well on Timothée Chalamet's point of view. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like he said, bro, it's like if you don't have an audience that's watching you, it's feel like a form of insanity. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand where he's coming from, because me being in the performer arts before, I do feed off, like, you know what I'm saying, of a live crowd better than I would, you know, just me solo. Even though me solo, I'm in my bag, but that's when I'm in the lab. But when I'm actually presenting it to others, it's a different feeling than when you're just like, you know what I'm saying, in your own zone. You get where I'm coming from? I hope that's what he's trying to say here, but let's continue. Let's hear what else they're talking about.
I'll definitely try to warm up, and then you know, lose that self-consciousness when you finally get back out there.
Yeah.
But that takes time. You know, I always try to embrace failure. You were talking about that the other day. You know, that the most important part of a bad day is like the way you leave it. And if you could leave a bad take or a bad day with a positive attitude, then you got nothing to fear. You know.
Right.
I think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions probably about me as an artist.
And notice I'm just looking at the aesthetics now, because they riding in the GNX, you know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, that's a whole ode to Kendrick's last album, and also promotion for his upcoming tour as well, you know what I'm saying? And they just chilling, man. It ain't your traditional interview. It's like, you know what I'm saying, two homeboys, two homies in the ride, just, you know what I'm saying, riding to town and just kicking shit, bro. Just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? And talking about each other's successes. Like two homies just catching up with each other that they ain't been around each other in a minute type shit, you know what I'm saying? Let's play the tape though.
I'm always locked in and I'm always trying new things. Whether or not I like them is a whole nother conversation, but I have to keep the pen moving. You know, it's my not from sanity. And it's also, what's also has given me the opportunity to learn myself. You know, find out who I am.
You mean through the styles of expression or the actual lyricism or everything?
Yeah, because when you write, man, you gotta sit and go through the emotions and be vulnerable about it. You know, whether it's
You're right. You're right. He's absolutely right. Kendrick is a dynamic artist. He don't just stay in one pocket. And that's what he's talking about, being able to go through all them emotions. With him being a Gemini, he's able to get into those different tiers of content on a music level. You know what I'm saying? Just like many other Geminis that came in the rap game, and they're legendary. There's a lot of legendary Geminis up there when you're talking about the greats in hip hop of all time. Tupac, Biggie, Andre 3000, Kendrick Lamar. These are Geminis, bro. Just to name a few. You know what I'm saying? Those are all Geminis. Each artist was able to have a range to their pen, not just sit in one pocket and make niche content. You know what I'm saying? The content that, you know what I'm saying, just is the pump and dump and the fast food raps. You know what I'm saying? None of those people I just named just now are that or have that in their arsenal. You know what I'm saying? They're very diverse, very versatile when it comes to their content matter. And Kendrick is talking about sitting in each emotion. And Kendrick did that very well in his Damn album. You know what I'm saying? Where he named off almost each emotion that a human could feel on his song titles. You know what I'm saying? You have fear, then love, then humble, all these different, and those are just to say the least. You feel me? Those are just off the top of my head, really. Hold on. But I like what they're talking about now. Let's continue.
Fun song or sad or, you know, got some type of depth or not. These are still relatively your personality, you know, pushing through. And so a lot of these records are right, man. A lot of stuff I probably would never express or even known about myself if it wasn't for an instrumental behind it. With my projects, it always be that one record I feel like that I want everyone to hear, you know what I'm saying? In order to push the narrative or just the message and the tone that I want to get across. I can have so many other records that have different narratives and tones, you know, like reflection, right? To preserve a space for that one that I want everyone to hear, that's what what pushes me, man. That's why I like the Man at the Garden, man.
Okay, he's talking about Man at the Garden. Okay, and that's the record that he's specifically talking about with GNX, that he got that one record that he want everybody to hear, bro. And bro, these last couple interviews, like the stuff that he's been talking about is the stuff we've already been thinking of, like when we talking about Kendrick. He hasn't really said much up until this point. We could just speculate, but he's really confirmed the stuff that we've already been saying about him without him even having to like have so much exposure. And it's very refreshing because it's like, man, he matches what he's talking about in his music. It's like a polar opposite from Drake's content in his music and persona. Kendrick's a conscious rapper, bro. The biggest conscious rapper that we have right now, because I mean, the realm of conscious rap has like always been put to the back burner for years because of like, I mean, it's so many different reasons. That's a whole nother topic that I don't want to go into the rabbit hole in. But like, it's like, bro, it's just crazy how like now, I mean, it ain't crazy, but it's good for hip hop that like someone like a Kendrick Lamar is like representing that tier of hip hop, the conscious rap. You know what I'm saying? It was J. Cole for so long because Cole, like he would drop more volumes of work than Kendrick would. And I mean, that's a whole nother separate topic as well. But like Cole was at the forefront of that conscious rap for a long time. Even though Kendrick, every time he would drop, he would make a big impact to the point it's like you wouldn't be able to like see too many other, like no other conscious rap would come out around the same time Kendrick would come out. Like it's like Kendrick kind of made everyone just push their albums back just a little bit after he dropped. You feel me? But like this is really interesting, bro. And I wonder why they got, I mean, I guess Timothée Chalamet and Kendrick, like, you know, they probably had like, you know, a bro type of friendship. You know, you don't know who these guys know, and really you don't see Kendrick a lot around like other celebrities like that, bro. That's why it's a shock to me. But like also Timothée Chalamet is not really a actor that you really hear about off camera like that. You know what I'm saying? He seems to be very private in his own world and realm of creativity as well, which is interesting because he's a very his acting is phenomenal. Like and I think his story is kind of interesting because he didn't really have much of an acting background like that before Doom. You know what I'm saying? But he had the look and he got discovered, and like, you know what I'm saying? It was almost as if he went straight to the top. Cause I mean, Dune, when it first came out, I mean, that was already a franchise with 3 movies back in the 80s that was already created from books. So like, that's a big deal. So it's like, man, you know, to have these two just link up like this, with good vibes, talking about their processes and getting in that zone, and especially to hear Kendrick on his wave right now discuss this type of subject here, man. This is man, because we don't know. This is great, bro, because we don't know when we're gonna see Kendrick pop back out after this, bro. He's going on tour, then we don't know what's gonna happen after that. You know what I'm saying? He's very private, and we don't even know when we'll get this type of rollout from him again. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's appreciate it while it lasts, man. We only got a few more seconds in this video, like 30 more seconds. Let's see what else they talking about.
Even the fact that it's at the top of the record.
Yeah, that's how it felt like to me, you know. Also just being a fan of your music forever and knowing, like, look at where you're at now, man. Like, it's this crazy Super Bowl halftime show. And you just keep climbing, bro. It's, like, amazing.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I mean that, bro.
Yeah.
Man in the Garden, I mean every word on that motherfucker, man. That's probably the easiest record to write. You know? And I figured out who I am in this present moment, you know?
Yeah, man. That man, you could feel where he's coming from, because when you hear Man at the Garden, it's like, bruh, it's so easy to see what's on Kendrick's mind when he written that down, bro. Like, he said that's the easiest record to write. I bet, bro, because it's exactly how you feel. When you feel that way, it's easy for you to express. You see what I'm saying? So, like, just going through this interview, this is refreshing, bro, because we needed to hear this from Kendrick. We haven't gotten this side of Kendrick in a while. He did in the Rick Rubin interview, but that was years ago, bro. We needed an update. You feel me? In between the interview from yesterday and today's surprise interview, we needed that. You see what I'm saying? Cause like, and he also still leaving that level of mystique that he always gives us. Like, we don't know, he didn't give us too much in this interview. We don't know what's coming next after this. All we know is that Kendrick is still in his bag of creativity that, like, you know what I'm saying, he's not gonna be up out of no time soon. No time soon. Like, I mean, oh my God, bro, didn't the track list, I'm ready to see that track list from the Super Bowl. I heard it dropped. I heard it leaked. I heard the track list leaked. But it was quickly snagged up. It was quickly snagged up, and no, I don't know if anyone could find it. Let me see if I can see if it's on Twitter at all. Cause like, I'm ready to see this halftime show. I'm ready to see this halftime show, and I'm ready for whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Cause he said yesterday in yesterday's interview that he has a storyline. Like, think of storytelling when it comes to watching his performance. Think of storytelling when it comes to watching his performance this Sunday. It's like Kendrick is on that type of time right now, and to listen to this interview and to just mold it all together, it's like kind of like, okay, you could only imagine what's to come. Hold on, let me see. I don't see nothing on Twitter where hold on, Super Bowl track list. Man. Oh, nah, this is okay. Nah, nobody has it. And hey, bro, I thought it was okay. I thought it was leaked, but apparently, okay, because if it was leaked, it would be on Twitter and people would still be trying to. But yeah, man, I'm ready for Sunday, and I'm gonna be reacting to that. I'm gonna be reacting to the Super Bowl halftime show whenever it drops on YouTube, or probably live, man. Probably doing that live with y'all. Hopefully we'll have people up in the chat so we could talk about it and catch some Easter eggs here and there. I know I'm gonna definitely be looking for as many as possible, so we could break it down. Man, I'm like I said, I'm appreciating this visibility that we're getting right now from Kendrick, and this vulnerability as well while we can, cause we don't know when this will happen again, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let this marinate. I'm gonna end here. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well if you enjoyed the content. Hopefully more stuff will be dropping later. I mean, man, this is it's getting close, y'all. It's getting close. Y'all, I appreciate y'all for being here. Salute, and I'll see y'all on the next one, man. Deuces.